Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing kind of an interesting video. I have not planned out every single thing I'm going to say on this video, but I recently realized that I have a fear that I'm carrying around as I work to lose weight. And it recently came to my mind, I realized it, I recognized it, and so I wanted to take the time on a video to acknowledge it, address it, kind of put it out there, deal with it, rebuke it, and put some positivity in its place and declare something different for myself, because our words really do have power. And so that's what we're doing in this video, is we're going to discuss what my number one greatest fear is that I'm experiencing over losing weight. If you also have fears about losing weight or things that you're experiencing, please do comment, put them down in the comments. It's so much nicer to have a community around doing this, and if knowing that other people get fearful of things or struggle with this too. I wasn't expecting it when I thought of weight loss before. I just thought that this would be really, really exciting. And it's not always. Sometimes you get great victories as you go through this, but there's definitely a lot of other emotions too. And so this one keeps cropping up. And so I'm going to reveal what my biggest fear is. So drum roll, please. Are you ready? My greatest fear is to not hit my goal weight, not hit a healthy weight, and actually enter into maintenance mode and feel like I'm done losing weight, I lost the weight. And that stems from literally 17 years of trying every single diet known to man and not ever having gotten all the way back down in weight again. I have lost large chunks of weight, upwards of 50 to 80 pounds at a time, and there has always been reasons why I ended up having to stop. And so I'm going to address those too, because they may not be what you think. So in the past, I've obviously had a lot of different times with weight loss. I've tried a lot of different diets and ways of eating that weren't sustainable long term, like the HCG diet. You're not meant to be on it long term. And so even though I did round and round of that for over a year, 2 years, we played around with that. So there's been moments where, I didn't have the right vehicle, the right diet, the right, way to get off all of the weight, because what I was trying was wrong. I've had a lot of pregnancies in there, and, so that throws a wrencher in losing weight. And between each baby, actually big gaps in between my kids, like 4.5 years, because I'm trying to lose weight in between each one. And finally, it wasn't successful again. So now I'm pregnant again because I don't want to delay it forever. We wanted more kids. And other reasons why I've come off diets have been finances. We've had financial difficulties here and there. And it's like the weight will never come all the way off fast enough before life hits again. And so it's very frustrating. For me, it's really not an issue of, I just started binging and I don't feel like doing it anymore. I actually don't binge eat. If I really found something, I don't have problems sticking with it. It's just life comes by for different reasons each time, but and kicks you in the butt, And so when you have 150, to maybe 160 pounds to lose, that takes time. It takes a long time. And I, for 17 years, have not had this consistent range or span of time of 2 or 3 years to lose the weight. And so that's why I'm carrying this fear around with me. And it sucks. It really does suck. And so recently I recognized this fear that I'm carrying this around of, will it be it this time? Will this work all the way to the end? Because if you don't see the results happening constantly and you don't see the scale going down constantly, then it's really sometimes hard mentally to stick in your mind through the plateaus, through the hard moments, to persevere and get down to your goal. So that is my concern this time, that this could be like every other time, and I'll lose really good, and either life will happen, something will pop up in my life, or my body will just outright refuse to keep losing weight past a certain point. I don't know. There's all kinds of mental things you can make up, the what ifs of wondering, and I make it a point in my life not to play the what if game. And so I'm rebuking that thought. I'm rebuking that this time on this video, because I'm declaring for myself, this time is it. This is it. So that's part of the rush or pressure been putting on myself. You may sense it in some of my videos with some of the comments that I've made, because some of you guys will comment back, you know, it's okay to take it slow. You'll appreciate it so much more when you don't have loose skin. It's okay if you're not seeing the scale constantly come down. Your body's probably just readjusting. And all you guys are completely right. I agree with you. But in my mind, I still struggle with this. And so I'm like, no, that doesn't work for me. Like, it needs to come off. It needs to come off now. It needs to come off quickly. It needs to come off efficiently, and it needs to keep chop, chop, chop happening. And so I am carrying that around. I'm keeping that with me, and it's hindering me a bit from enjoying the journey because I feel so rushed, you know, to get this done. And so I'm doing a lot of reflection right now, I think, about that. If you've been following my weekly update videos, I am kind of torn on the carnivore diet right now. I'm not 100% sold, and that is because I haven't been feeling super great. If you've been following along week by week, I'm super honest about everything that I experience and, you know, what I'm feeling on it. And it hasn't been my best way of eating yet. And I am sticking with it right now because I want to give it its fair shot before I judge, because I don't quit things very easily. I'm not a quitter, so I'm pretty stubborn, and I like to stick with things until I've exhausted it and I'm certain, you know, it's not right. So that's part of it. But also another part of it is, you know, seeing my husband's results of losing, you know, how fast he lost. He lost 140 pounds this last year. And so having him lose it so quickly like that, like, I want those results. And I'm almost 5 months in and I've lost 34 pounds. Well, he lost 100 pounds in his first 5 months. And so I still keep holding out hope. I want to see those results. And so I keep kind of hanging on to this diet, hoping it will go faster than other diets because it can, and hoping, you know, to see results kind of similar to his. I would really still like to be down 100 pounds total by like a year mark. And so, you know, coming up, have done this for 6 months, and I still think it's possible to get to the 100-pound mark at a year. But I don't want it to take much longer than that. This is not my most comfortable way of eating. I do know that there's other plans that I could be doing that I enjoy more, where, to be honest, I've lost more weight on them. And so I am doing a lot of inner reflection, and that's how I kind of came up with, oh, I'm experiencing this fear, and that's what's kind of keeping me going with this really restrictive diet, is I want to see those results for myself. If I was on a different way of eating that's a little bit more balanced, not as restrictive, and just a little bit more relaxed, the two options being keto or Trim Healthy Mama, either you could still lose weight. That's my main goal, right? You can still lose weight on those. Maybe if I was doing them, would I be a little bit more comfortable with it taking a little bit longer? I don't know. I really wanted to lose all of this weight and be at my goal. About 15 months to a year and a half was how long I was hoping it would take. And so I'm at this point maybe even having to readjust a little bit. Maybe that was unrealistic of me being a woman and just how my body seems to be responding. Maybe it is going to take longer than that, but I struggle with that. I struggle with that in my mind of it taking that long. And so it's making this process kind of like unpleasant for me. So I don't have all the answers. I don't really know where that totally leaves me. I'm not sure. I really am not sure how this is going to totally play out and how this is going to look. And I kind of do like that. I mean, that's kind of the journey, right? That's why I'm getting in front of this camera every week and bearing my soul and telling you guys everything that's going on and what it really looks like and the ups and downs of it, because it really is ups and downs. And there's some moments where you really do have to hang on and you really do have to like push through. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now and what I'm doing. And so this time I'm just gonna hold on to hope and keep believing like this will work. Whether I stick with carnivore the whole time until all the weight comes off, or I switch to something a little bit different, you know, this will work. That this is going to be the time. That it does work, because I'm gonna keep pushing and I'm not gonna let go until it happens. So anyway, this time I'm declaring something new for my life. This is gonna be it. Whatever I decide to do, whatever I choose to do, I'm gonna stick with the losing weight until it comes off. And that's why I'm documenting this journey, and that's why I'm putting myself out there, and that's why I'm letting everybody see what this actually looks like, because I really I'm doing it this time. And I'm not letting go until I'm done. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you have fears, please put them down below. I would love to hear your comments, and I will see you for the next update in a couple of days. Take care, guys. Bye.
I start to sail along these ocean waves. Nobody knows how to find us. It's turning out to be a perfect day. I just wanna leave our normal lives behind us. So let's get lost out here. No